Hey, 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 my Tyler Perry Sistas fans, it's your girl Barbie J, and we are back with another one of Tyler Perry's comedy dramas, Sistas Season 6, Episode 5, Better Safe Than Sorry. And I have no idea what that means, unless it has to do with that scene with Zach on the phone where Karen and Fatima is standing there in his face, and Karen trying to get Zach to say he loves her again, and he won't say it. So I guess he played it safe than being sorry to have Fatima hear it and bust his behind. That's all I'm saying. But that scene pissed me off, y'all, right now. Honey, honey, honey. I'd be taking off my ring. Yes, I would be. After, what's going to happen next week. Some people would have taken it off after last week, but I think next week would be sealing the deal. And I'm with Fatima with that. Anyhow, before we get started, okay, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Please subscribe. I'm getting close. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Now let's get started with this episode. Oh God. So it starts off with the girls. They were all in the penthouse, smoking and drinking. When I say smoking, I mean getting high and drinking, except Karen. Y'all supposed to be celebrating her being alive, but yet y'all are smoking and drinking around the pregnant chick. Dumb. Anyway, so she just told them that she knows who the father is, and that the doctor of her baby is, and the doctor did a DNA test. And I was with Danny. Who the freak? How did you do that? How did you find out? You got Zach's DNA? Well, I got Aaron's. I was like, that ain't working. So they want to know she gonna tell him. She don't want to tell him. She gonna wait until, she tell the baby's father first. And Danny ain't trying to hear it, and I don't blame her. Then when when Andy and Sabrina saying, we can't force her to do it, we have to wait till whenever she's ready. Danny's like, y'all asses already know. That's why you saying all of that. Y'all know, And I understand her feeling left out, because a lot of times she is left out of the information and she don't know what's going on. She always like the last to find out. At least it's usually her and Sabrina, but sometimes Sabrina be on their side too. Anyhow, so she refuses to tell him, despite all the, trying to find out and everything that's going on. And like she said, she want to tell the baby's fathers first, and they respecting that. And so Danny's like, Sabrina, take me home. And they leave, even though they both were smoking and drinking. And then it's just Karen and Andy laughing. Karen and Andy are having their little kumbaya moment. I love you, girl. I love you. No, you want to know? No, I don't want to know. You could tell me when you're ready to tell me. And then as soon as Karen leaves, after they saying all these I love yous and all of this stuff going on, now she's yelling, if you want to tell me, though, you could tell me. Karen said, I ain't telling you ish, and got on the elevator and left. I said, oh, snap. But what's so strange about this to me is that, I have to go back, that none of them seem surprised that she's just now sitting there going, she knows who the father is. Didn't she tell Andy and Danny that according to the doctor's weeks, it was Zach's, and that she was sure of it? She was so sure of it. Now all of a sudden, she wasn't. It was just so weird. And why wouldn't you have had Zach's DNA to find out, first of all? Zach better be safe and do his own DNA testing. That's all I'm saying. Oh, and I forgot that Andy did ask Karen, is she happy with who the father is? And she said yes. But the way she acted towards Aaron, it don't seem like it was Aaron's. You know what I mean? And then she told her that I don't know how I'm going to rebuild this salon and stuff. And Andy was smart. She said, let me know if you need to borrow money. She didn't say if you need me to give you money. She said borrow. And Karen said, well, I'm going to need that. What kind of businesswoman doesn't have insurance on her business? Come on. And like Pam told her, Zach gave you money. Zach gave you money. So why didn't you put it on the insurance and get it if you had to use the insurance for something else? I'm sitting there looking like Pam, looking like she more responsible and knowledgeable about having insurance than Karen is. That makes no sense. She's like, girl, why didn't you have it? It's your business. This your baby. This all you got, and you don't protect what you got with some insurance? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Anyway, then she leaves, like I said, and Aaron calls Andy and wants to come over. And Andy's like, you don't want to see me like this? Oh, no, you don't want to see me like this. I might say anything. I've been smoking and drinking, and I don't know what I might say. And he's like, well, I'll come over and we could, work that out together, something like that. She said, you sure? And Gary's so horny and wanting to come over. And she told him, I don't think you want to know. I might say something. I don't know what might come out of my mouth. But I think that was her preparing him. And she was going to pretend that she was really high, because I don't think Andy's really high, or she's not good at faking it. And that she was going to use that moment to tell that man how she felt. And that's just what she did. I was cracking up. She's sitting there. He comes over, and Andy's like, yo, I don't know. Wait a minute. She tried. Her being high wasn't believable for me. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all let me know down in the comment section how y'all felt about it, but it wasn't believable to me. So Gary gets there, and Andy starts with the letting him know the only reason they together is because they had good sex together. And I was like, okay. So she's telling him that, but she boosted up his ego when she was saying how he good, how good he is in bed, and how beautiful he is, and sexy, and great smile and body. She was souping her brother up, even though that was right. And he's like, go ahead, I like the way this sounds. All for her to tell him, but that's all we got is sex. You're not even my type. I usually date men that's like 6'5". I said, oh, snap. She started telling him. She told him that, he great in bed, but Robin's penis is bigger. I was like, oh my God. She was like, he's like, what? And then she's talking about, like that guy I dated in high school. He was like 6'4". I wonder how he's doing. I wonder, where's my phone? She's like, where's my phone? She started looking for her phone. He said, what are you doing? I wonder how he's doing. Gary takes the phone from her and puts it down. He's mad about her. You not like, are you serious right now? Are you doing this right now? Gary is pissed. And he just letting him have it. One beating after another. She just throwing them rocks at him, busting him up. And his ego is messed up, and then he didn't want to give her no sex. He's like he don't want to do it no more. It's not the same feeling and the vibe and stuff. And she's like, then you need to get out. He was like, well, I'm going to let you sleep that off and stuff. She's like, no, I don't need to sleep it off. Either give me what I'm asking for, or get out. And she was like, get out. Get out of my house. He was like, he was pissed. His ego was bruised. His feelings was hurt. All that went down, and I was laughing. So Gary had to leave. And then they had a scene showing what's her name? Sabrina driving Danny home, and Danny acting like she high and stuff, and she driving in with her eyes closed, pretending she driving and stuff. And I don't know what that was all about. But she did tell Sabrina, like we were all saying, don't give that man your money, talking about Bio. Do not give Bio your money to invest it any kind of way. She said it might be one of them African money schemes or something like that. She's like, you sound racist. First of all, Bio just was showing you that he's homophobic. So why are you defending him? But then I told y'all in another review, I told her to stop telling how much money she got. I got savings, and I got 401k, and I got this, and I got like $190,000. Why the hell are you telling a broke person what you got? You told the rich person, the broke person, Stop telling people what you got. What is wrong with you? And I said, don't even tell your family. Don't nobody need to know how much you got in the bank but you. Okay? Period. So they also in the car discussing who the baby daddy they think it is. And of course, Sabrina thinks it's Zach's baby, because Karen always wanted to have a baby with a family with Zach, and she was so calm and wasn't acting weird. And Danny thinks it's Aaron's baby. and stuff. The preacher's got some special kind of sperm or something. I don't know what she was talking about. She's so crazy, but she's supposed to be high. And then Sabrina, like I said, was talking about her job. And so I was like, but like I said again, I'm with Danny. Don't be doing whatever that money thing with Bio, because truthfully, Bio could have all of that money because he been scheming people. You just never know. Them $190,000 add up when you're scheming other people. Anyway, the funny part was when Danny's telling Sabrina, I don't have no money, She's sitting there going, so if you want to borrow some, you can't. She said, I got some weed. I could give you some of that and you could sell it. I said, she's so dumb. Sabrina was like, I ain't asking you for no money. Believe, I know you ain't got none, But anyway, we go to the scene with Pam calling Karen to check on her, and Karen rolling her eyes up in the head and mad at her and saying she left the curling irons on. And she's like, it still wasn't started by the curling iron. And she's like, you still left it on. And she's like, you gonna fire me? And like we all figured Karen was not gonna fire Pam. She said, where you gonna work? Where you gonna work? So she said, I'll meet you there at the shop tomorrow. We could go there. She said, for what? She said, to see what we could salvage. I said, even Pam is thinking better than Karen is. Karen too busy in her head now scheming on Zach. Because Pam and her messy self is telling Karen, you better call Zach. Zach said he'll help you rebuild your place. Didn't he? You saw how he was looking at you. You better call him while he still got that look in his eye and the way he acted. I said, listen here to Pam. And Karen trying to act like, oh, Pam, please. Oh, Pam, please. Meanwhile, scheming demon. She got it in her head. As soon as they hang up from the phone, who's knocking at her door? It's Aaron. Grabbing her, hugging her. I'm so glad you're okay. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting here going, now she let him in. He sit down. He want to start talking about, now Karen almost died, or they thought she was dead. And you want to talk about the crazy girl that came to her damn shop. And she's like, you really want to talk about that now? Really, really? And he's like, yeah, because I felt so bad and blah, blah, blah. Dude, you spoke to her the night before, just last night, and she told you, I repeat, we will discuss it when I'm ready to discuss it. When I'm ready. So Karen's like, and yet you still come over here again, uninvited, and I let you in, and this is what you want to do? He was like, yeah, I was concerned, and I can help you rebuild and stuff. I got money. No, I got money. Karen lied. There she go with the lies. She don't have no money. But he's sitting there saying, I can help you rebuild. But the way her eyes was rolling up in her head and everything, we are believing, if we're looking at this right now, that Aaron's not the father. Because she told the girls that she wants to make sure she tells the father first. And she has not mentioned it to Aaron. All she's saying is, you're not going to drive me crazy and all this stuff. And he's trying to tell her what happened with that girl. And Karen's telling him to basically leave and dismissing him. And he's like, okay, but I'm just glad you're okay. Let me know if you need anything. She said, I'm good. I got money. And I'm sitting there going, she ain't got no money. She about to call Zach because Pam kept saying, call Zach while you got a chance. It ain't even 9 o'clock yet. You better call him before that crazy Fatima come home. How do you know Fatima ain't home? Okay, that was a slip up. How would Pam know that Fatima is not home? Y'all know I be catching these things. We all be catching this stuff. How does she know? She don't. So Karen is telling Aaron she don't want to do this right now. She's already discussed it that he was seeing some other woman while he was still seeing her. And he's like, well, you were indecisive and you wasn't sure what you wanted to do. And I'm like, when did he get a chance to see somebody else when he was up her behind 24/7 every day? Somebody put that down in the comment section because I don't know when Aaron had time for that. Okay. So then she said something about, I need to be worried about, I got to get some rest. I'm got to find out who this second person was who died in my salon. I didn't know nothing about a second person. Did any of y'all know anything about a second person? This child, that caught me off guard. Who the second person is. And then Aaron's telling him he found out who the man was and he used to been asleep behind the salon. And she's like, well, how did you find out his name and all this information? He said, well, Gary told me, because Gary knew the mayor, and the mayor made some calls and find out what what mayor got time to be calling some big time money man to find out who the homeless person that died in a salon. It just, I don't know, y'all. It didn't make sense to me, but we in Tyler Perry land, so it had to make sense, right, y'all? Right. So Karen was asking, did the man have family? And he said they're trying to find the family members now. And then he told her that it wasn't Pam who started the fight. It was him. And she said, I know. And he was like, yeah, I already apologized to her. She asked why. And he said, because I was really riding her and hard on her. You know, when I thought you were in that fire, I thought she had done it. And she's like, oh, okay. But her face was still twisted up and she's still dismissing him. And it just doesn't look like he's supposed to be the father, the way she's acting. I don't know what it is. So Aaron's leaving and he says, good night, Karen. She's like, drive safe. I said, oh, snap. She was really cool with him. But of course, once he was out the door, who she rushed and called? Hello, Zachy Poo. That's who. We now have that scene with Maurice and Calvin coming home. Oh no, Maurice coming home and Calvin sitting on this orange couch with the pillow and everything. And Maurice, instead of being happy that at least there's a couch in there and some furniture, a purple lamp, an orange couch, it looked like Rainbow Bright up in there, you know. But let's be real. All them colors, he had to have some of them pride colors up in there. But Maurice, once again, is complaining. Maurice, once again, is ungrateful. Maurice, once again, calls him a name. Maurice, once again, refuses to even be thankful and say, thank you, appreciate it. He was not even appreciative of what was going down. He talked about the furniture so bad. I said, at least he got some. What you got? What you got, Maurice? Ugh. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. You know, whoever was that person, I just responded to them today and said, you didn't even tell about the show. You was complaining and they was laughing. But I have to tell that stuff because y'all all watched the show. It doesn't make sense for me to revisit every point by point of the show because y'all saw it too. But I thought what we do here is discuss. And, you know, I do a recap and then we discuss what went down. So I'm telling my feelings about what went down, and I hope that y'all tell y'all parts in the comment section. That's how this goes, y'all. Right? Am I wrong about that? Anywho, now we have Preston showing up to Zach's house to check on him. And Zach is being some kind of pissy with him, and I don't like that. Somebody's checking on how you're feeling because you made a big behind scene out there and was so super concerned, was going all off more than everybody else. The only person might have been kind of drama-ish with him is Andy. She was crying when she was her best friend. But I'm just like, really, Zach? You gonna give Preston attitude just because he checking on you? And then because he told you straight up, I didn't think Fatima would be here because I saw her face too and how she looked, the way you were acting. And he said, look, I just was worried about Karen. We all were. There's a burning building behind us. There was no burning building. The building was already, there was no fire, Zach. Stop with the BS. Okay. And then for you to sit there going, look, she just going to have to get over it. I said, I know Zach feeling his damn self. If he think Fatima just gonna have to get over it. No, you just gonna be paying for it. That's what's gonna happen. And then when he opened the door thinking it was Fatima saying, oh, you left your key again, you know, or something like that. And he mumbling about her, might leaving with an attitude and all this stuff. Dude, Zach, stop playing yourself. Stop trying to act like you big and bad and you don't know what's going to go down because everybody there knows you about to be in some ish with Fatima. So Zach tells him, don't you got some Danny problems? Go deal with your Danny problems. And matter of fact, stop dressing like me. And Preston said, it's the sincerest form of flattery, ain't it? He said, yeah, whatever, dude. He said, if you come here for some advice and stuff, he said, oh no, I'm done with advice from you. I don't want any advice from you. It became a whole big mess. He was like, what did I do? What did I do? He's like, dude, don't even worry about it. Especially after the big mess he caused last time. So Zach tells him to leave and stuff. And he said, next time, call. And Preston looked at him and said, I might do that next time. I might. He said, see, that's why you got Danny problems, because you don't listen. I was like, dude, you got Fatima problems. Why is that? And then he pulls out his phone to call her, yo, Fatima, where you at? Because he's going straight to voicemail. Where you at? I'm home. I said, why you trying to be all hard and stuff? First of all, why you calling your fiance to me, yo, where you at? You know how he talked to her. And I'm like, you know what, Zach? You in a world of trouble, baby. A world of trouble. Anywho, so he answers the phone, yo. And she goes, it's me. He said, I know who it is. You know, and they have a little conversation. And, you know, I don't know. They got on some conversation about how well they know each other. You sure you're okay? You know, I know you. And she said, well, sometimes we know each other too well. And all this stuff. And she started with the, you know, where's Fatima? And he said, don't do that. See, because everybody already know Fatima was pissed. He said, don't do that. And so she's like, he said, I want to talk about you. Are you okay? He's like, dude, girl, you almost died. You know, we was all worried. You don't understand. And she's like, I know. And she's like, I get it. I saw your face. I said, oh, sure. It was written all over your face, baby. That's how she's saying it in her head. And Zach is like, and so he's like, you saw it on my face. She said, yeah, it was all over your face. He said, what you saw? She said, how much you love me. I said, see, Zach, you opened up the door for this mess all over again. You opened up the door, the floodgates. It's about to come pouring back in. You about to lose your fiance. You not, what's that one that used to be, you about to lose your job. Remember that thing with the cop? I think it was an Instagram video. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Anyway, Zach about to lose his woman. So she let him know that everybody noticed it. It was on his face and stuff. He said, I ain't worried about everybody. I was worried about you. And boy, you just making it even worse, Zach. And she's like, I know. Thank you. So then Karen goes, something about, I thought you hated me. And Zach's like, come on, I don't hate you. I love you. And at that moment, Fatima came around the corner and she was right behind him just about. And he turned around and almost choked on all of his other words coming out of his mouth after that. So now he's like, well, I'm glad you're okay, though. After he turns around and sees her dead stare. I love that dead stare that Fatima does. It's like, you done messed up. She ain't saying nothing, just looked at him. And Karen could tell things was changing. You know, she could hear, she's like, oh, he wouldn't say that he loved her again or something like that when she said she loved him, and she'd get off the phone because he said he got to go. And he wouldn't say it. She was trying to get Zach to say that he loved her. And she said, oh, Fatima must be there. And he's like, yeah, I gotta go. He kept saying he gotta go. And so she wants him to meet her at the salon in the morning. But she asked him, I mixed it up. She asked him about whether he would meant what he was going to say. I mean, what he said about helping her rebuild. But she asked him while Fatima was standing there. And he was like, okay, yeah. And then it was like, well, I'm going there tomorrow to the salon. You want to meet me there? He had to think about that. And she's like, is Fatima there? You know, she could tell things change. Oh, things change real quick. Anyway, love you. You know, and he wouldn't say, he said, same here. Oh, you can't say it. She must be staring right down your throat. He's like, yeah, I gotta go now. I gotta go now. I was like, just hang the damn phone up, Zach. Hang it up. Hang it up. Because, see, you acting big and bad. Fatima just gonna have to get over it. But now you busted on the phone, saying you love her. She right behind you, and you don't know what to do. Because you know you done messed up. You done stepped in some ish, Zachy Boo. Zachariah Taylor. I'm sorry, Zachary Taylor. Zachary Taylor. So it was approximately 6 times Zach was trying to get off the phone and say he gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Oh, I gotta go. Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. Anyway, so once he hung up with her and he's like, hey, what's up, lady? She's like, nothing. She said she's tired and she's going to take a bath or get some rest or something like that. He's like, you want me to run the water for you? No. I said, no. He turning around like, I messed up now. You messed up. And you trying to not even listen to people who are trying to let you know that you messed up and get your stuff together. And you get caught talking to your ex when she walks in. Dum, da, dum, dum, dum. But anyway, y'all, that's how it went off. Y'all let me know down in the comment section how y'all felt about this episode. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. It's your girl Barbie J saying see you in the next video. Peace.